Pluto and your love life and the sign that Pluto is in. Yes, it's generational, but it tells you so much about your love life. And I want to focus this video on how we love generationally and how you can use that to hone in and focus on your own individual love life, because you will see the same themes. In honor of Base Astrology Week, Sextrology Week, go on to my Patreon to get the full scoop. But I was just reading of Pluto and Virgo, okay? She and her man are the Pluto and Virgo generation. We start talking about the relationship and what's the biggest source of contention? The fact that he comes in the house and puts his stuff everywhere. He don't clean up after himself. The details, the scheduling. He got sick and there was drama involving that. My dad is a Pluto and Virgo. He cheated on my stepmom and had 2 kids, and after that, he got diabetes. I think that was his karma. Although after living with my stepmom and understanding her, after living with her for 7 years, I see why he did that, which is a whole nother story. Because baby, after living with my stepmom for 7 years, I completely understood. And I went back to him and apologized. Because when you would ask, when my dad and I would talk, like, you know, I would ask him, Dad, why would you be with her if you don't want to be with her? Why would you be with her and then have 2 kids on her? That makes no sense. And then he had 2 daughters. Virgo is daughters, power struggles and secret daughters. And they were his daughters for about 8 to 10 years before she found out, okay? Pluto, secrets, daughters. And then the secret came out as soon as Pluto moved into Sagittarius back in the 90s, conjunct my dad's Lilith in Sagittarius, okay? So I had to apologize to my dad because, you know, he would always say the clutter. She never cared about the house. She never cared about the home. My dad's a double Cancer. He needs that. He's a Virgo in the 12th house, okay? I think his Pluto was in his 12th house, but he needs that cleanliness to be sane. And she was not doing it. He'll do it. He's super clean, but she wouldn't even help. So I understood. And then back to the chart I was reading yesterday with the 2 Pluto and Virgo people. I was talking to the woman and she said, now, one thing about him is he will take care of me when I'm sick. Power in caretaking through sickness. And that's what she does for him. And she really admires that about him. So Pluto and Virgo generation, you guys admire attention. You guys, you validate your love, and what you see as power is attention to detail, being meticulous, sickness and caretaking, cleanliness and cleaning. You can have really deep power struggles regarding cleanliness and cleaning and bills and documents and forged documents. That's where you pay off karmic debt through sickness too. And I tell people, even outside of base astrology, when it comes to your parents, people having power struggles with their parents. Look at your parents' Pluto, okay? Baby boomer parents with that Pluto and Leo, baby, they want to rule. They're like kings and queens. Their power is in rulership. Pluto and Virgo parents with their children, their power is in their own perfection, so they may not realize when they're wrong, okay? So Pluto is not just marriage, but it most definitely is, but it's power, and it has a lot to do with a lot of all your relationships. But with Pluto and Libra, that's where validation is in family and in-laws. And you better not embarrass me in this love. Although we're not doing right now, we're not doing okay, we're going to carry this and make it look good. I want to attract in-laws, okay? I want to be socially on. I want a beautiful social life through my partnership. I want to attract family through my partnership. And I have a friend who was born in '82 with her Pluto in Libra. And her in-laws, her demonic in-laws. Her in-laws, her partners, and now see her partner's religious family. My friend has Pluto and Libra, sextile her Lilith in Sagittarius, okay? Religion, Sagittarius. Pluto and Libra, family. But she was a life coaching client of mine at first, and we became good friends. And her in-laws, and her husband was terminal with a brain tumor. She's a Scorpio rising with Scorpio in her first house. And he recently passed away, and separating from the in-laws was a huge theme in her Pluto and Libra marriage. Pluto and Scorpio, that's where we started shacking up because we value exchange of resources. If you have a Pluto and Scorpio, it opposes your Taurus house. Taurus, our resources, we want to exchange them. Who we're fucking, who we're having babies with, who we live with became validation in a marriage. Pluto and Scorpios, people, we tend to be widows and widowers a bit earlier, but we value exchange of resources, so our power struggle happens to be over exchange of resources, money, other people's money, secrets, privacy. We're very private about our relationships. The relationship could be imploding and you'll never know. Or we could have broken up and had a knockdown drag out and now we're back together and we ain't gonna tell nobody for about 6 months. Okay, we're way more private. Even politics is huge in our relationships. The political views of our partner, how the power of money and getting money, the whole money thing and relationships, and what women in the Pluto and Sag generation talk about now. It started with Pluto in Scorpio, but it was different because think about the songs that came on back then. My love don't cost a thing. Okay, women were harnessing their own power in relationships. That's back when women were making more money than men, and men were upset about it. Child, Pluto and Sagittarius, Pluto and Scorpio, wait, back to Pluto and Scorpio. Ain't none of your friends' business. Ain't none of your friends. Is that Pluto and Scorpio or Pluto and Sag? But all the songs about secret lovers. Now, take Pluto and Sag and it's Pluto and Scorpio times 10, okay? Pluto and Scorpio is Desert Storm. Pluto and Sagittarius is 9/11. They be having 9/11 in their relationships. Look at them now. They're wild. They are wild. And the way they love. Look at all the love shows. Look at like the high value man, all the love philosophies. You can't do this, you can't. That's Sagittarius. Sagittarius is philosophically controlling. Sagittarius square Virgo. Virgo, I want you to do this way every day. I want you to clean this that way. Sag, I need you to think like this. I need you to live by these morals. I need you to run your relationships this way. It's exhausting. It's exhausting, but it's Pluto and Sagittarius. Now, Pluto in Aquarius, they're going to love online. They're going to have detached and poly loves all over the place. But guys, welcome to base astrology and sexastrology week. But welcome to the enlightenment. There is an entire spiritual astrological enlightenment going on. And I'm so happy to be a huge part of it. But baby, it's here. We're learning love for real. So yes, Pluto is generational, which that argument that people were making, that didn't make any sense to me anyway, because love is generational. But even when I do love readings, I will talk about the Pluto generation in the macro sense, and then I'll come down to their actual life and they'll see the same themes in their life. Like Pluto and Virgo, power is rooted in meticulousness, detail, cleanliness, cleaning, health. You might have power struggles or transformations through health situations. Pluto and Libra, the family, the in-laws, the social validation, the social aspect of the relationship, balance. Scorpio, Pluto in Scorpio, exchange of resources. Pluto in Sagittarius, exchange of knowledge, exchange of freedom and exuberance. They want to free each other. They also get real wild too, but they desire knowledge. They desire freedom. Your Pluto is your love life.